Hi everybody, it's me, Dr. Thibodeau, coming at you with lesson 53, perimeter and measures of a circle. Alright, so perimeter is the basic concept of a fence, okay? If you think perimeter, think fence, okay? If someone says, I'm gonna go walk the perimeter in some sort of action movie, that means they're walking around something, okay? It is the distance, the length of something around an object, okay? So it is the length and the width, okay? Sometimes you'll see it as written like this, or right here actually, length times 2 plus width times 2, okay? That works for any of the rectangles, squares, okay? Really what it is it is this plus this plus this plus this. So of course you see length times 2 plus width times 2 because you have two widths that are the same and you have two lengths that are the same, okay? So you have one width plus the length plus the length. Oftentimes you'll actually see the length in cursive here to make it so it doesn't look like a 1, okay? And so this turns into, you have two W's and you have two L's, okay? So 3 centimeters plus 3, right? 3 and 3, plus 2, or you could also do, right, that's 6 plus 4 equals 10 centimeters. Or you could also see it as 3 times 2 plus 2 times 2. Same deal, okay? Whatever makes more sense for you, do that, okay? And when you're ever talking about any of these other ones, right? So regular triangle, they're all the same. So you could just do 3 times the length. Here you could do 4 times the length. Here 5 times the length. 6 times the length. 1, 2, 3. And 8 times the length. There, as far as I know, I don't think there's any regular septagon. Okay. That's hex. I don't know why the X is. Sometimes this thing just doesn't copy. Okay. All right. The measure of a circle. So that's relatively straightforward. And even if you don't understand the multiplication part, you can just add it all up and you're good. Okay. Over here, okay, you have a circumference, diameter, radius, and the center. Okay. Circumference is essentially the circumference equals the perimeter of a circle. Okay. It has a special name because it has some special rules. So circumference helps to establish that. Because all of these, right, these are straight lines for perimeter. Circumference, it's really, really hard to actually measure a circle. So we use something called pi. Okay, it looks like this, squiggle on top of two squiggles. You might see it like this. Okay, in fact, sometimes you'll just see it as the squiggle on top of two straight lines. Pi is a irrational number. It goes on forever, actually. Okay, it is. I can't remember exactly. I think it's something like 3 divided by 7 is how you find it, or 7 divided by 3 or something like that. But in any case, it is a math problem that just goes on forever. No, that couldn't work. 3 goes in. Anyway, the pi equals something like 3.14529 something, and it continues on forever. Okay, we use a shorthand of pi that's just 3.14. Okay. And we'll just use that exactly like that, okay? We don't need to go into it any further. 3.14 is going to work pretty well for most of our stuff, okay? So when we're trying to find the circumference of a circle, okay, let's see, does it give you... I don't even know if it wants you to ask any of that stuff. I guess not. Oh, I guess you don't even have to worry about that yet. Alright, so I won't go into that until you get to it. So don't worry about that. Circumference is just, you just need to know the names of the different things. So circumference is the outer bit, diameter is a line through, and a radius, so 2 radius equals 1 diameter, okay? Because if a radius goes through, another radius on the other side would look like this. And now suddenly we have a line directly through, and so 2 radiuses, okay, radius and radius, is 1 diameter, okay? That's the only thing you really need to know at this point. So I won't complicate anything else any further. You should have enough to do your lesson practice. Your written practice, I'll say 9 through 19. 9 through 19 all, okay? So go ahead and get your work done. If you get stuck on any of this lesson practice, come back here and I'll go through it with you. Alrighty then, so it is me, Mr. Thibodeau, coming at you with your lesson practice. So what is the length of this rectangle? Okay, so length is length and width. Length is the horizontal, width is going to be your vertical here. So the length is 5 inches. It's definitely important to have the inches. What is the width? 3 inches. What is the perimeter? 5 plus 5 plus 3 plus 3. So 16 inches. Need to have the inches there, okay? What is the perimeter of this right triangle? That's 5 plus 4 plus 3. By the way, this right triangle here, 5, 4, 3, this is one of the most famous triangles. You use it in trigonometry and a number of other things. You'll get into all that later. But anyway, 5 plus 4 plus 3, so 5 plus 4 is 9, plus 3 is 12. So 12 centimeters. Use a formula to find it. Okay, so that means that they want you to, instead of doing 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4, they want you to do 4 times 4, which equals 16. Okay? Or length times 4. Okay? What do we call the perimeter of a circle? That's circumference. Do we use units, square units, or cubic units? Just units. Okay. So square units are what you use for the area, and cubic units are what you use for volume. So one-dimensional thing is a unit. A square unit is a 2-dimensional figure, and cubic units is a 3-dimensional figure. What do we call a distance across its circle? That's the diameter. What is the radius of a circle? 6 inches. The diameter is what? So that's 6 times 2, or 6 plus 6, which equals 12 inches. Okay, that's it, guys. All right, have a good one.